All right, yo, what's going on, everybody? This is gonna be animal reproduction and development. So, yeah, a couple of things I want to address. My friend Diego, you're kind of a triple G for putting my video in the group chat. I got like 6 subscribers off of that, so keep it up. And let me know if this helps because I know for sure I got like at least 15 of these slides wrong. I said the pancreas looks like a gun. No, I said the spleen looks like a gun, but the spleen looks like a ball. And so, yeah, please Google it, bro. Because, like, I'm running on, like, 13 brain cells, but we're still going to get this done. Okay, so without further ado, the unedited, the part 2 special of animal reproduction and development for biology 2. All right. So first up, we got 4 types of reproduction. We got fishing. What's fishing? We fishing? Reel them in. No, not that type of fishing. Google this fishing. Fission. Here, let me go ahead and Google it actually. Fishing. Not nuclear fission. Don't get it confused with nuclear fission. Because if you do, then you're going to have issues in your biology class. So fission, it's going to be like duplicated. So I take one, pretend my finger is a bacteria. So it's going to replicate its DNA or something. And it's going to uncoil and then duplicate. Now there's 2 bacteria. Now those bacteria, they're going to condense. They're going to take their tightly coated DNA. They're going to uncoil it. They're going to duplicate. Those bacteria are going to repeat that same process over and over again. That's fission. Google it. Also, count how many times I say Google. All right, no, don't count. But seriously, fission, Google it. It's kind of a hard concept. To me it is at least. Next up, we have budding. So I think of like potatoes. So there's this, I'm just on my shoulder, right? Let's say I want a baby potato on my shoulder. And so I just go like, oh, call me, oh, me. And then boom, there's a little potato. And then he's just going to sit there and grow right here. And pretend my AirPods are my potato, okay? That's going to be my potato. And so, yeah, bro. So budding, it's just going to be one potato is gonna be produced from the other potato. Google it. It's way better if you look at it pictured. And fragmentation. So my professor, he had this really cool story. They were fishermen. They were fishing for sea anemones, but the starfish kept eating the sea anemones. What? Starfish can eat people? I mean, sea anemones? And so the fishermen, they take the starfish from the eating sea anemones and they chop them up. Sha, 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 sha. And then after that, they'll throw the body parts back in the ocean. And then they're like, hey, why are there more starfish in the ocean? It's because starfish, they have the unique ability to reproduce from any limb that separates from their body. All right, so an obvious example. If I cut my hand off right here, and then in about like 18 years, a new Braylon's gonna pop up. Bro, who are you? I'm you, bro. I've been fragmented. I was fragmented from your body. Hey, did you know 1 out of 3 people are stupid? Well, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. That was funny, right? All right, no. Okay, so in parthenogenesis, I'm going to be honest, Google it. Yeah, let me take my own advice real quick. Parthenogenesis. So this is, of course, going to be an asexual reproduction. And it's going to be where the egg develops into a new individual without fertilization by a sperm. So let's say I was a chicken. Now I said, hey, I want to have a baby. And so I just like, poop. I just made an egg, bro, without sperm going into my body or without myself making any sperm. I just made a big, beautiful egg, bro. That's parthenogenesis. Now, lizards and geckos and stuff can do this, and sea otters apparently. But all right, well, let's go back to fission, right? So it's going to be the separation of a parent into 2 or more offspring of the approximate of approximate equal size. So yeah, bacteria, we're going to condense. Well, they don't really condense, but we're going to take our DNA, we're going to replicate it, we're going to uncoil, duplicate. Boom. Fission, done. We're not going fishing, we're fishing for more DNA, bro. Let that sink in. That's a lot of fishing, bro. Why did I say that, bro? And so some examples of fissions is going to be our prokaryotics, it's going to be our protozoans, anemones, and planarians. Okay, whew. I had to bust out my Spanish accent for a minute. All right. Forget what I said. So budding, remember, we take our potato, a new potato is going to grow off of that potato. But the Quizlet, it's saying a new organism grows by mitosis and cell division on the body of its parent. That's a beautiful way to put budding. I was wrong. A new organism grows by mitosis and cell division on the body of its new parent. It's going to grow on the body of its new parent. That's what I was trying to say. The Quizlet grow by mitosis, cell division on the body of its own parent. Easy, bro. And some examples are hydras. These are found in the sea. And coral. Easy, bro. All right. And then we got fragmentation. Remember the starfish, right? Chop, 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 chop. So it's this two-step process of breaking of a parent body into pieces that then regenerate of the parent into its own new offspring from a broken segment. Think of planarias. Bro, what's a planaria? All right, an example would be a starfish. Wow, a starfish is a planaria. Oh my God. Wow. Perfect. And so parthenogenesis, this can be reproduction from an ovum without fertilization, especially as a normal process in some invertebrates and in lower plants. So we're going to make an egg without any of the whoopoo stuff. You know what I mean? Friends and family, if you're watching, I deeply apologize. But this is for educational purposes only. And so some examples of parthenogenesis is going to be invertebrates. Let me tell you something. Are people invertebrates? Let me know in the comments, bro. And we got some amphibians, some fish, reptiles, and insects. These are all going to be examples of parthenogenesis because they mostly all lay eggs. All right? Perfect. And then we got sexual reproduction. Now we're getting to the nitty-gritty stuff. So we got combination of an ovo and a sperm. These are known as gametes. And from two of those individuals, they're going to fuse and make a third individual. Bro, that's crazy. There's two people. They love each other. Woo, woo, woo. Boom. Baby. All right. Next up, we got hermaphroditism. I don't know how to say that, bro. I'm going to be honest. And then we have, this contains both male and female reproductive tissue. So let's say I was a snail, right? I'm chilling. Hey, I want to make a baby. And so I take my ovum and I take my own sperm and I fuse them together. And what do I make? Boom! It's me. Except this time, it's not from a mama or a dada. It's just me. But I take my sperm and my ovum and I make a third me, bro. That's crazy. I didn't mean to flip her off, but I'm sorry for flipping you off, bro. But our XX chromosomes, this is next. This is going to be a female defining characteristic. So if you're doing like a genetic test, and if you see your baby boo has an XX chromosome, they're going to be a female. Now, if there's an XY chromosome, they're going to be a male. So for me, my mama chose for me to have an XY chromosome. I don't know how that works. That was a stupid analogy, bro. All right, I'm an XY. Your mama is an XX chromosome. I'm the XY. All right, keep that in mind. So next up, we got fertilization. This is going to combine a sperm, and an egg. They're going to fuse together. That's called fertilization. Easy, bro. They combine. And then we have external fertilization. It's a process of which eggs are being fertilized outside of the female's body. Now, what do you think of when you hear the eggs being fertilized outside the female's body? I think of budding, right? Asexual reproduction. But no, bro. This has to do with sexual reproduction. We're talking about the ovum and the sperm colliding, bro. That's what we're talking about. And so next up we have aquatic spawning. Bro, it's the external fertilization process in which many females will release eggs for males to release sperm over low survival rate due to immediate introduction to the food chain. So think of like a frog. After the male and female are done doing the woohoo woohoo, they're like, hey, I gotta poop. Shawty, you gotta poop? Ugh, do it over there, bro. You stink. And then Shawty, she's gonna lay her eggs, right? She's gonna lay her eggs, and then what is that? Ugh. But the male doesn't know that what Shawty just dropped is a spawn. That's his babies. So egg spawning. Think of like pooping of eggs of the frog, bro. Easy peasy. And next up, we have internal fertilization. And this is a process of which the eggs are fertilized inside of the female's body. Now, if you want to connect the dots, you could trace this back to the hermaphroditism, but that's just my brain acting up. Google examples of internal fertilization. All right, yeah, I'm actually going to follow my advice. Examples of internal fertilization. Okay, I don't understand that. All right, moving on. We're moving on. So we got types of development. We have now wait, let's go back to the examples of, hold up. We're going to go back to examples of internal fertilization because that was hard for me to understand. External fertilization, no. I need like animals that do. Oh, so yeah, a chicken. YouTube, please don't demonetize me. I'm about to show this really inappropriate picture. So yeah, so we see these two chickens and they're getting needy and greedy. Bro, is that his leg inside of her penis? I mean vagina. But yeah, that's just think of two chickens having fun. All right, moving on. We can finally move on. We got 3 types of development. We got the oviparous, we got oviviparous, and viviviparous. I messed up, but I know that people are viviviparous. Google what each of these means. Oviviparous, ovoviparous, and viviparous. Bro, I butchered those names. All right. So, oviviparous, you don't have to Google. I got you, bro. But if you Google it anyways, no, you don't have to, bro. I got you, bro. And so this is the development that occurs in an egg that is hatched outside of the female's body. So think of like the frog spawn. So my spawn over there is developing outside of my body. If I was a female frog, ribbit. But no, bro. And then another example of it would be a chicken. They lay an egg, of course. So yeah, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Bro, the chicken. Because the chicken was oviparous and laid the egg. So therefore, the chicken came before the egg. Yes, bro. And so next up, we got oviviparous. And this is where the embryo develops within a uterus and is nourished by the egg yolk. So think of like, and some examples would be sharks, fish, and reptiles. If it wasn't for this quizlet, I could not think of any like animal that could do that. So shark, fish, and reptiles. These 3 people, kind of. I got a notification. All right. Sorry. Let's get straight into it. And so viviparous. These are producing of living young. No eggs, no nothing. You're being produced in my belly, baby. Easy peasy, bro. And so a beautiful example would be humans, of course. Yes, bro. Your mama is viviparous. Tell her I said hi, by the way. And so moving on, bro. We have a Wolffian duct. Now, what's a Wolffian duct? Good question, bro. It's a duct system in the embryo that will develop into male reproductive structures. Now, what's a male reproductive structure? It's an epididymis, a vas deferens, and semivascule. Now, I think most of these have to do with the penis structures and like the testicles. So look up what each of these mean. An epididymis, a vas deferens, and semivesicle. But next up we have a Mullerian duct. Now this is going to be a duct in the embryo that will develop into the female reproductive structures. Some of these female structures will be the oviducts, a uterus, and the upper vagina. Bro, there's an upper vagina? I didn't even know that. All right, moving on, bro. So we got the corpus. Okay. Forget it. Forget the next 3 seconds I just said. So the male erectile tissue is going to be called the corpus cavernosum and the corpus spongiosum. Because the male erectile tissue, it's flexible, bro. I'm oversharing. I'm sorry for making you uncomfortable, bro. But yes, bro. Moving on. Male erectile tissue, corpus spongiosum. I'm probably going to remember that. But we have the female erectile tissue and sensory nerves. Fellas, listen up. The clitoris is a female erectile tissue and sensory nerves. All right. And so next we have sperm and fluid. Fellas, semen is going to be the combination of sperm and fluids. All right. And now the site of sperm development is going to be called the seminiferous tubules. All right. That's where our sperm is going to take place. And so the organ that produces the sperm and hormones, they're going to be known as the testes, our testicles, our balls for my American slang people, bro. I'm not about, all right, stop. All right, bro. You know, sometimes, like, I need to take a break. Like, when I have, like, those outbursts of saying stop, like, I need a break. And so I'm just talking right now because, like, I need a break, bro. All right, my break is over, bro. I got my puppy here. Let's get straight into it. We're halfway there. We're over halfway there. All right. So what houses our testicles below the body temperature? So what houses the testicles below body temperature is going to be called the scrotum. Look up what a scrotum is. Make sure you're on like a VPN. But our sperm maturation site is going to be called an epididymis. This is where sperm is going to mature. Now, think back to our T cells in our thymus. Where do the T cells mature? They mature in the thymus. Thank you so much, Larry Green. You're the best. And the same thing is going to happen to our sperm. It's going to mature in our epididymis. Easy, bro. And so what carries the sperm to the urethra is going to be called our vas deferens. Easy, bro. And what produces the fluid to neutralize the pH of the urethra is going to be called our bulbourethral glands. Because, you know, it gets pretty acidic up in there, you know? And so we got what produces our ejaculation force and nutrients and enzymes. That's going to be called our prostate gland. Get that. And so what's also going to produce our alkaline fluid, what's going to produce our alkaline fluid to improve sperm motility and neutralize acidic vaginal pH, it's going to be the seminite vesicule. All right, ladies, what's going to carry the ova to the uterus is going to be the fallopian tube. We all know what a fallopian tube looks like, right? I think of like a planet. So think of Saturn's rings is carrying the moon to Jupiter or something like that. I don't know, but I'm trying to think of an example. All right, so what's going to enclose the vulva is going to be called the labium majora. Google what a labium majora is. Because I'm not too... What's a labium majora? What's a labium majora? It's a vulva. Okay, it's an external sex organ. I guess that's what you need to know. Guess what I need to know. And so what's going to protect our vaginal and urethral openings is going to be called our labium minora. Now, it's minor, you're right, because it's got to protect. I don't know. When you see minor, think of like tiny. I'm pretty sure it's not tiny, but we're going to look this up really quickly. Labium minora. It's part of the vulva, all right? And so think of like the vaginal lips the vaginal inner lips, and the two flaps of the skin that are part of the human vulva. Now, what's a vulva, bro? What is a vulva? It's the female external genitals. Yes, bro. All right, there we go. Easy peasy. Siri, be quiet, please. I had to get it straight, bro. Bro, my Siri's activated. All right, Siri, be quiet. Thank you. So, now we obviously can't do this all dry, right? We're gonna have some type of lotion, some type of lubricant. What's gonna produce our lubricant is our vestibular glands, all right? And what's gonna connect our vagina to the uterus is known as the cervix. Google what a cervix looks like, because I get it confused with a pelvis. All right, easy peasy, bro. And what's gonna support developing the embryo from, so the uterus is gonna support developing our embryo, all right? And I wanna go back to that before I move on. So our embryo, think of like a baby. Think of our frog-producing sperm over here, frog-producing eggs. Our embryo is gonna be internally fertilized inside of our uterus. All right. And what's gonna sweep the ova into the fallopian tubes is known as the fimbriae. Fembralin. No. All right, what's gonna carry and develop our ova is known as an ovary. An ovary is gonna carry and develop our ova. Yes, bro. All right, we got this really long process. I studied it so many times. It's known as spermatogenesis. Count with me, bro. We have permedial germ cells. These are going to transfer into our diploid spermatogenum, which goes to mitotic division, which means half become spermatocytes, half replenish stem cells. Excuse me, I just burped. Which is going to go to our primary diploid sperm site in our first mitotic division, and then our secondary haploid spermatocytes in our second mitotic division. And then we got haploid spermatids and haploid sperm cells. The best way to learn this is not repetition. You gotta look at this smart. Spermatogenesis. So if I was going about this, I would first not focus on a primordial germ cells, but I'd skip to the diploid spermatogenum, because I'm familiar with the diploid word, okay? But I'm not familiar with the spermatogenum. But I'm familiar with mitotic division. So I'd go through that. So we know what a diploid spermatogenesis is. What spermatogenesis. We know what a diploid spermatogenum is, and a mitotic division. And we know what a primary diploid spermatocyte is. First meiotic division, we got our secondary haploid spermatocytes, a second meiotic division, and a haploid spermatids, and then a haploid sperm cells. Easy peasy, bro. Go through this process. Say it out loud like I'm doing, bro. You got it, bro. You got it. I believe in you. You are enough. You are infinity, bro. Never forget this. Let's keep it going, bro. I had to boil y'all real quick, bro. All right, so we got our oogenesis. This is going to take our primordial germ cells, our diploid oogenum, our primary oocyte, our first meiotic division, our secondary oocytes, and our first polar body. And our second meiotic division, our haploid otid, our second polar body, and our haploid ovum. There's a lot of O's. When you think of oogenesis, think of our diploid oogenum, our primary oocytes, and our first meiotic division, second oocytes, and our first polar body, and a secondary division, and our haploid otid, and a second polar body, and a haploid ovum. Bro, that was so hard, bro. I had to cope and sing it real quick. All right, so we got our sperm penetration steps. Fellas, we can't rob a bank without drilling into the bank. I'm talking about our sperm, all right? So first up, we got a really hard word, progesterone. That's not how you say it. I said it wrong. But prostogen is going to be secreted by the ovum and attract the sperm. So ladies, you're going to send out your little perfume spray. We're going to smell all nice, right? For the fellas. And the guys, let me get some of that. That's what all sperm is going to do. They're going to race to that attraction site. And the sperm is going to bind into our corona radiate. And it's going to release enzymes. The sperm is going to release their own little scents from a word known as ochrosome. And it's going to penetrate the ovum. So it's going to get in there. It's going to be like, it smells good in here, boy. And yeah, it's going to go to Bath and Body Works and buy that scent for the sperm's lady, which is the ovum. And yeah, bro. Now, I know this is like reproduction, but y'all gotta bear with me, bro. Like, the amount of sex jokes I can make, I'm sorry, friends and family. But like, it's right there. I gotta come up with like a better, like, you know, all right. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, bro. We're not doing that, bro. Here, hold this real quick, bro. All right. And so fertilization occurs in a fallopian tube. And a fertilized egg is known as a zygote. And a hollow ball of cells is known as a blastula. All right? And so the blastula becomes gastrula with many layers. The endoderm, the mesoderm, and the ectoderm. These are really hard words. Google them and get familiar with them. Not get familiar with them, but I'm going to say it again. Endotherm, mesoderm, and ectoderm. And these are all results of the blastula. The hollow cells will become a gastrulation. It's a process, okay? All right, we're getting to the final part here. So an endoderm becomes digestive system, the liver, the pancreas, and the inner layer of the lungs. And so a mesoderm is going to evolve into the circulatory system, the epithelial layers of lung, skeletal system, and muscular system. And so an ectoderm is going to evolve into hair, skin, nails, and nervous system. And our placenta is an organ that nourishes the fetus. Remember that little tube in your belly button? That's a placenta. And so what's going to release? Oxytocin, and it's going to promote uterine contraction. It's going to produce more oxytocin. It's going to release, which is going to produce a stronger uterine contraction. And this is known as an oxytocin positive feedback loop. And so the weeks 1 to 12, this is where the development of the fetus brain, spinal cord, and heart. This is known as the first trimester. And weeks 13 through 28 is development of our sex organs, our ears, nails, etc., toenails and stuff. That's what the etc. means. Don't overthink it. And that's our second trimester period. And weeks 29 and from week 29 onwards, everything's going to keep evolving, and then birth. A new baby's here. It's a new baby. Yes. And so our blood vessels are going to have specialized heart tissue. And there's going to be electrical activity. Boom, 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 boom. Zzz. And the fetal heart development at 6 weeks of pregnancy. Well, 4 weeks of development. That's when our blood vessels specialize into heart tissues and electricity. I had to rephrase it because it was kind of, my wording was a little off. All right. And then we have our embryo becomes a fetus. Yes. And the heart has chambers connected to lungs and the vascular system. This is known as the fetal heart development at 10 weeks. The first trimester. Yes, bro. And so, our mamas went through 3 stages of labor. There was a dilation of the cervix. Whoa, that got super big. Our heads had to fit through the cervix. And we got the expulsion stage. Whoa. It's outside of the cervix. It's into the belly. And then we got the placenta stage. We got a tube. Hey, Mama, can we get a side at McDonald's this time? I'm kind of tired of Chick-fil-A. Thanks, Mama. This feels good. My hand is a placenta. It's the food going down to my belly button. Yes. All right. Like, comment, subscribe.